everyone. You're welcome to the presidential chat of Junior Chambers International University of Benin 2024. My name is Naomi Kwentua, Director of Communications, and I happen to be your host for this chat. Here with me is the local organization president. So, Mr. President, can we meet you?
All right, I am Divine Oghenetega Stephen Ukeghe. I know not so many people know about that Stephen part of my name. Story for another day. I'm a 600 level pharmacy student and also the privileged founder of the Enlightened Minds Academy. Thank you.
All right, Mr. President, I'm just figuring out your name is Stephen. You never mentioned it.
You consider yourself a lucky girl.
Interesting. That's nice. So we're going to quickly delve into your JCI journey. When did you join JCI and why did you join JCI?
Okay, so my journey to joining JCI began in 2021, November to be precise. And then I took my internal members training and then examination. And then in January 2022, I was inducted into this prestigious organization. Now, as regards the reason why I joined, I would say that I wanted to be more. I wanted to have some adventure. So I didn't just want to be this regular pharmacy student with triangular lifestyle, going to class, to church, and then back home. I wanted more for myself. Alright, so that's the major reason why I joined.
That's impressive to know. So when you joined as a new member, how will you describe your new member experience in one word?
Okay, I will tie it up with three words, a confluence of three words. At first, it was confusing, I was flustered. And then it moved up to being interesting as I was learning. And then finally, it was amazing. So the one word I will use in tying up my whole experience as a new member is fantastic. It was a fantastic experience.
All right, Mr. President. So before you got to this stage, it seems you've evolved over time. So in 30 seconds, can you tell us about your JCI journey?
30 seconds. I'll try. So, like I said, I've told us when I joined. Upon joining JCI Uniben, I joined the Directorate of Skills Development and also the Directorate of Membership. So I volunteered, I served actively in this directorate, and the next administration I was appointed as the Director of Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs for short. And this was a whole new experience for me. It was a directorate that a lot of people didn't expect much from. So I wanted to do a lot. And through the help of my deputy and my team members, we were able to execute several projects, one of which is the maiden edition of the Health Fest. Okay. And from there, I applied to the Vice President project. God willing, I won. And as VP project, I was able to supervise several projects as well, from the Uniben cleanup project to the Health Fest 2.0 and so many other amazing projects. And I took up the decision to vie for the highest seat in the organization, which is local organization president. And Yola, here we are today.
All right, Mr. President. We are moving towards the leadership insights. What brought about your lead agenda, or what brought about the lead agenda?
Okay. The lead agenda, I would say that it stemmed from a place of wanting to encourage, motivate, and inspire people to do more than they think or say. Okay, so I'm a firm believer that action beats intellect when the clock is ticking, and I believe that you will learn a lot by doing than by thinking or saying. All right, so I wanted to inspire young persons, especially members in our organization now, to take the lead.
Mr. President, are you single or you're taken?
Proudly single.
If I may ask, why are you single? We have lots of beautiful ladies
very true.
I don't expect you to be single.
It's very true. We have a lot of beautiful ladies in the area, but I'm single for a reason. Because I'm not ready to mingle, right? And I would say there's time for everything. So when it's the right time, I will do the needful.
So, Mr. President, what do you do for fun?
I watch Netflix.
What other things do you do? Because I don't feel watching Netflix is literally a fun thing.
Okay, so here is the fun fact about me. Whenever I'm stressed or whenever I want to relieve stress, I get very cold water, I get granuts, I get milk and sugar, and then I do what is called the African salad. So I ensure that I gauge my tummy with a very large quantity of it. I know. Do you know what African salad is?
Yes, I know what is African salad. And the African salad I know of is abacha.
Abacha. No, I'm not
Yes.
talking about that. So I soak gari, like I do a lot of gari soaking. It's called gari flakes, right? And then I sleep. So when I do that, there's this fun. It's so interesting. And then another thing I do for fun is I love going out, although I seldomly go out. I love going out with friends, and I also love networking, meeting new people.
Okay, Mr. President, when you came into office, was choosing your board members an easy feat?
Not really, because there was a crop, or I would say in our organization, we have a crop of intelligent minds, all right, and getting to select a few from the crop of intelligent minds is quite challenging. But then again, I'm grateful for something I did, of which is the first of its kind. I put out a call to serve form and got people to apply. Through that application, we had an interview, and from there, it was kind of easy for me to select those people I would love to work with on my board.
Alright, Mr. President. So, how will you describe your board members in 3 words?
3 words.
Yes.
Okay. First, I would say intelligent. They're very, very intelligent. Second, I would say meticulous. Yes, they pay attention to details, especially some parts of the constitution that they may not, take into cognizance.
True.
And then lastly, I would say sometimes troublesome, but they are really amazing individuals. Yeah.
Alright, Mr. President. So, do you think you were properly trained and ready for this role?
Okay, so I don't believe anyone is also ready for any role, especially when you've not attained that position before. Okay, but if there's something I would say that I was prepared for, is that I knew from the onset that it was really going to be tasking, and so I had this mind preparation. Okay, I had this thoughts and mindset that whatsoever come, I'm not just going to give up so easily. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put my right foot forward and keep on putting one foot after the other till we get to the finish line. Yeah.
Alright, Mr. President. So, when you were sworn into office, I'm sure you had goals, you had things you wanted to achieve. At this point in time, if I am to ask you, were you able to achieve all your goals?
I would say yes. Out of 100% of my goals, I and my team, I didn't do it alone. I and my team, we've been able to achieve about 80% of our goals while in office. One of which is the first of its kind leadership academy, and so many others.
Now, you said 80% of were you able to achieve them. What is one goal that you didn't achieve?
Okay, I would say that I've not achieved these goals yet, because we still have some time in office. Okay, but one last goal that I would want to achieve is giving more members opportunities to serve. Yes, quite a large number of our members have been given opportunities to serve, platforms to display say they are unique skills, right? But I want to give more opportunities, or I want to create more platforms, for more a higher number or more numbers of our members to serve. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. President. What were some of the challenges you faced being president?
I would highlight just one challenge, and it's people management. Okay, so people management is something that is very challenging. It's interesting and at the same time challenging, right? It's interesting because you get to work with people, you get to lead people at this point, very intelligent minds, young and intelligent minds, right? And it's challenging because you're working with people. So there are people from different perspectives, with different ideologies, and from different backgrounds. And so getting them to work in unity to achieve common goals sometimes can be very tasking and challenging. So the major challenge I would say I've had or experienced all throughout my administration as president is people management.
So, Mr. President, what were the emotions you felt when you became president?
It's a mix of emotions and feelings. I was excited, elated, I was expectant, I was eager, a little bit afraid because the shoes I was filling in were big shoes, and I wanted to surpass the achievements of my predecessors, right? But I'm super elated that, those fears never came true because we did outstandingly well.
All right, Mr. President, thank you very much. So, what is one thing you miss about being the local organization president?
One thing I would miss, okay, I would miss being called Mr. President. I would miss the times we had to engage in critical thinking session to solve a problem, the long night calls and meetings and the travels. All right, these are just the things I think I would miss. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. President. So, at this level that you are right now, what is one advice you give to a new member that is still trying to find his or her feet in the organization?
One advice in one word: service. The line of our creed says, "Service to humanity is the best work of life." So, if there's an advice I would give to a new member is find a way to serve. Look for platforms to serve with your skills and talents.
So, I've not asked you this question, so I'm going to ask you. Who is your role model? Who do you look up to? Who do you admire? And who gives you this push that you need to be ahead?
Okay, so I have a lot of role models, but if there's one I'll pick at this moment, it's Fela Durotue. Yeah, he does a lot. And I love the fact that his goal is to impact young persons, which is something I would love to do in the future. So Fela Durotue ticks the box for me.
All right, Mr. President, you have a role model. If I may ask, who is your celebrity crush? I don't think you've ever mentioned anything about celebrity crush or who you admire aside leadership, responsibilities, and all.
Okay. Funny enough, my crush is also in the leadership space. Her name is Iris Iromba. She's the convener of the largest Women in Leadership Summit in Kigali, Rwanda.
So, Mr. President, you just said your crush is also along the leadership line. I think your life is too boring, to be very honest. Like, when I mean celebrity crush, I was expecting you to say something like Ira Star, Thames Baby, Jackie, different amazing ladies. You have to pick one of them. Yes, pick one of them, please.
Amongst these three ladies, I would pick, or I would go with them.
Now, let's talk about pharmacy school. You said something at the beginning of the chat that you're a pharmacy student. You're even a final year pharmacy student. So, how did you balance pharmacy with being the local organization president and other activities that you're also engaged in?
Okay, first I would say the help of God. Okay, He has been my strength and my rock. And then I would say a huge part of this can be ascribed to time management. So I
So, finally, I want you to give a shout out to your board, your team that made this administration successful. I know we've done a lot together, so I want you to give a shout out to each and every one of them.
Okay, so when you say this shout out, there's a story that comes to mind. It was a video actually I watched. They told this young lady to give a shout out to her parents, and the next thing she said was, "Dad, Mom, I'm sorry." I said, "Yeah." So I was almost doing yeah. Right, but I'd love to give a special shout out to first every single member of JCIN UNIBEN for the support, for the love, the time and again I've had people come to my DM and they're like, "See what you do, and we are solidly behind you. We love what you do, and we know you're doing exceptionally well." I want to give a special shout out to the leaders board. People have really been amazing. Okay? They've been like my backbone. You see these amazing projects and this outstanding feat we're able to achieve. It's not just my doing, but because we're able to come together as one body and pull it off as a whole. Alright, so lastly, I want to give a special shout out to my executive council members. These are the bonds of JCIN UNIBEN. And I won't forget my presidential team. These people are my so thank you so much, guys. I'm really, really grateful to have each and every one of you by my side all through this journey. Well, we almost come to an end, to the end of the journey.
Alright, Mr. President. So after being the local organization president when you hand over, now that you're almost done with pharmacy school, what's next, Mr. President?
What's next? Okay. I would love to practice for some years. Next thing will be internships, and then service, and then practice for some years. But alongside, I would love to refine my leadership skills. I really want to delve into the leadership space, right? Training young persons and passing individuals, knowledge. So that's what comes next for me. Set courses, audience, content. That's my 2 years from now.
Alright, Mr. President. Thank you so much for your time.
You're
I had a lovely time. Thank you very much. So, this brings us to the end of the presidential chat. I hope you had a great time and a swell time. Bye.